by Matt Riches. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickets, turning data to gold. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickets, turning data to gold. Grand Rising, joyous awakenings. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. It is Wednesday, August 19th. Happy Wednesday. The market is attempting to stabilize after yesterday's major sell-off, but two powerful catalysts are waiting this afternoon. At 11 a.m., we have the Federal Reserve minutes, the FOMC minutes. It's from the July meeting. And at 11:30, we got President Trump speaking. Those events could produce lower volume ahead of their release, followed by sharp volatility as investors react to the interest rate language, inflation concerns, geopolitical developments, and any unexpected headlines that Trump says. All right, let's start with Forex Factory. Actually, before we do that, let's get into the mantra. And let's set our mindset for today and the show. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's get into some data. So we already went over the economic calendar. The Fear and Greed Index is at 54. So after yesterday's sell-off, we are now in neutral. We are no longer in greed. We are back to neutral. So that level of optimism has left the market, but we're not in fear yet. We're just in neutral. All right. The VIX is at 15.66. The 10-year Treasury yield note gapped down slightly overnight, and now it's at 4.6%. That decline provides some relief from after the recent global bond sell-off. Gold is at $4,370 an ounce. Bitcoin is at $64,454. Ethereum is over $1,900. We did have a few earnings. Target reported second quarter earnings, net income of $1.88 billion. Net sales increased 5.3% to $26.5 billion. While comparable sales rose 3.8%. Target also raises full-year sales and earnings outlook. However, approximately $1.65 of its quarterly earnings per share came from tariff refund benefits. That detail may explain why investors initially responded cautiously despite the strong headline results. Target initially sold off after the report, but then recovered and returned close to yesterday's closing price. Lowe's also reported this morning that stock sold off in the pre-market trading, but verified company materials containing the complete results were not available yet. Yeah, I couldn't find the numbers on Lowe's, but it definitely sold off. All right. So the market is steadying after a technology-led sell-off yesterday. Yeah, ChatGPT is messing up my script this morning. I'm going to have to have a talking to with ChatGPT for messing up my script. Anyway, let's get to the numbers, y'all. All right, first up, we have Nvidia, currently in the pre-market at 221.21. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 219.17, followed by 218.70, 217.65, 216.20, which is right inside the gap. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 221.36, followed by 221.64, which is yesterday's high. And then, which is also where the gap began. So inside the gap, we got 222.25, 223.70, and this gap goes all the way to 224.85. Next, we got Apple currently in the pre-market at 310.30. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 307.56, followed by 307.15, 305.75, 303.95, 302.85. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 311, followed by 311.50, which is yesterday's high, and at 314.80. Above that, we got a gap that starts at 316.30. Next, we got Google currently in the pre-market at 342.63. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low 341.50. Underneath that, we got yesterday's low at 340.19. Underneath that, we got the top of the gap, which starts at 340 and goes all the way to 336.50. To the upside, we got the pre-market high at 343.77, followed by yesterday's high at 344.85, and then 347.25. Next, we got Microsoft currently in the pre-market at 479. To the downside, we got the pre-market low of 477. Underneath that, we got the top of this gap here at 475, and it goes all the way to 466.85. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 480.20. Above that, we got yesterday's high of 484.25, 485.50, and then we can run to 493. Next, we got Amazon currently in the pre-market. It's pushing pre-market highs on this current candle. It's at 261.60. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 259.46, followed by the top of this gap at 258.30. Inside this gap, we do have yesterday's low at 257.63. This is a huge gap, so we got a few levels inside here. 252.90, 248.45, 242.45, and the bottom of the gap at 239.80. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 261.80, followed by yesterday's high 262.15, and then 265.75, 269.60. Next, we got TSM currently in the pre-market. It's pushing pre-market highs right now. So to the downside, we got yesterday's low of 410.75, pre-market low of 410. Underneath that, 408, 406.70. To the upside, we got we're pushing pre-market highs right now. So above that, we got yesterday's high of 419.60, and then the bottom of this gap here. Well, 419.60 is the bottom of the gap. So that gap goes all the way to 426.80. So keep that in mind. Next, we got AVGO currently in the pre-market at 370. I think that's gonna. Okay. To the downside support. So some news came out at 5 a.m. regarding AVGO. I can't find the news because this candle. Let me go to the 15 minute. You see this candle right here? This is definitely a news candle because it sold off 3%, 3.2% in 15 minutes. So definitely some news came out about AVGO because the other semiconductors are pushing up and this one is pushing down. It's currently at 369 here in the pre-market. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of 359.40, followed by July lows of 357.80 and then 351.50. To the upside resistance, we got 374.60. Pre-market high 383. We got the bottom of this gap here at 385.74, and the gap goes all the way to 391.40. Next, we got Tesla currently in the pre-market at 337.37. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 335.61, followed by 335.15, 331.10, 328. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 338.10, followed by 340.55, 342.35, 345.45. Next, we got Meta currently in the pre-market at 545.25. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 541.30. Underneath that, we got 540.20. And then we got a big gap before we get it. It's not a real gap, but we don't have a level until we get to 530.50. So keep that in mind. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 546.50, followed by 551.30, 555.30. Next, we got SpaceX currently in the pre-market at 143.91. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 141.10, followed by 139.40, 137.65, 135.50. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 144.35, followed by 146.46, 149.80. Next, we got Berkshire B. It's at 502.78. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 502.16, followed by 499.60, 498.05. To the upside, we got the pre-market high at 503.83, 504.50, 505.30. Next, we got Eli Lilly currently in the pre-market at 1,236. To the downside, we got 1,228, 1,219, which is the pre-market low, 1,212, 1,194. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 1,241, and then the all-time high 1,249. Next, we got MU currently in the pre-market at 961. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 925. Underneath that, we got 906. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 968, followed by yesterday's high 978, then 984. We actually have a gap here that starts at 978 and goes all the way to 995. So keep that in mind, y'all.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
All right, y'all. I'm going to end the show with one of my creations. Check it out.
Oh, yeah. Got this vision in my mind. Financial freedom is my time. Every lesson builds my wings. Melanin love, now let it sing. The more you learn, the more you earn. Every lesson must be earned. Dreams become what you believe. Knowledge is the master key. The more you learn, the more you earn. Oh, every lesson must be earned. Dreams become what you believe. Knowledge is the master key. Up before the sun, no distractions. Got my coffee and focus, all action. Every candle tells a story. Every lesson builds my glory. Study charts, I trust my plan. Patient hands don't chase the scam. Losses teach what wins can't show. Every season reason helps me grow. Oh, the more you learn, the more you earn. Every lesson must be earned. Dreams become what you believe. Knowledge is the master key. The more you learn, the more you earn. Every lesson must be earned. Dreams become what you believe. Knowledge is the master key. No setup on the chart, no trade. Watch the VWAP and EMAs. Trading futures, trading options. Building freedom before I clock in. Let the market show the way. I don't force it, I just wait. Higher highs and higher lows. Drink them first before I go. Swinging high, we're reaching stars. Success isn't far, it's ours. Dreams are born inside the mind. Now let's change this life of mine. Every lesson must be earned. Dreams become what you believe. Knowledge is the master key. Knowledge is the master key. Every lesson must be earned. Dreams become what you believe. Knowledge is the master key. Trust the process. Trust the key.